ribeye steak, in my opinion, is one of the best cuts of steak on the planet. So in today's video, we're cooking what some say is a budget steak from Walmart.
What?
Now, this is not Wagyu by any stretch of the imagination, but if you treat it right, you're gonna be able to fool anybody into believing that this is a prime ribeye. So we get comments all the time, hey Kosmo, why don't you cook a steak that regular folk can buy? Well, guess what? We're gonna do it today. And we're gonna show you exactly how to fix all the problems that most of you encounter. The thing that makes steaks super tender and super flavorful is the intermuscular fat. Now, as many of you know, most of these are so high, you can't even buy them on a regular paycheck. And as most of you know, prime and Wagyu steaks are only used in special occasions. So when you're cooking a steak of this lower quality, they tend to dry out quicker, they cook faster, and quite honestly, they're tougher to chew. But in today's video, we're gonna show you how to fix it. In fact, I think we can take this Walmart steak and turn it into a poor man's prime. So I started out with 2 choice grade Angus ribeye steaks from Walmart. And to be honest, these don't look too bad. But let's get them out of the package and see what we're working with. I picked these up because they weren't monster steaks and the intermuscular fat is pretty average on these. As a matter of fact, I didn't even trim them. So my favorite way to tenderize average steaks is with a nice salt brine. You can't go wrong with this. And a lot of times when people watch me do this, they mess it up because they use regular table salt. Now here's the deal. You gotta use coarse salt. It can be coarse sea salt, coarse regular salt, whatever. Just make sure that it's coarse. Because if you do use the fine stuff, you're gonna end up with a messed up hockey puck and it's gonna be salty as all get out. And always make sure to watch your time when you're salt brining steaks. I only ran these for about 15 minutes. So I utilized this little window of opportunity here to go ahead and get my Weber running. And today we're gonna be cooking these steaks with our Royal Oak all-natural briquettes. Just about the time you get it going, your timer's gonna go off, and now you wanna make sure to put a nice rinse on these steaks. Don't start manhandling them too much because they could fall apart on you, but make sure you rinse them. Now for the seasoning, I'm gonna be using SPG and Texas beef, but you use what you want to use. As you can see, our SPG is a nice coarse blend, which blends perfectly with steaks. And then we come over the top of that with a little bit of Texas beef, which just puts them right over the edge. Now, something to keep in mind is if you're cooking thin steaks, they're gonna cook really, really fast. So you can do them directly over the fire. So we're gonna be cooking these indirect until they hit about 105 degrees. Then we're gonna move them over to our grill grates and get these crazy grill marks. So I'm going for a crosshatch pattern on these. So I'm only gonna run them about a minute and then flip them over so I can get them nice lines. And once these things hit about 127 degrees, you're gonna wanna yank them off, wrap them in a little bit of foil and let them rest for at least 10 to 15 minutes. And as you can tell by looking at these are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful steaks. Cutting into these, they're super tender. The shape changed up on me a little bit, but that's what happens when you're cooking at that high temperature. Now the flavor on these is just outright crazy. That SPG, that coarse blend with that nice buttery Texas beef makes a perfect steak. And you can honestly tell that the salt brine just takes this cut of meat and elevates it to almost another cut. I would swear these were prime if I didn't know any better. Over all the tenderizing methods that I've used over the years, the salt brine is absolutely the way to go. Just pay attention and don't screw it up. So after taking the first bite of these, I could tell, man, that these were just amazing. So I wanted to screw with Matt a little bit. So I called him upstairs and I told him that one of them was a prime and one of them wasn't. And I had him pick out which one it was, knowing they're both just choice. Well, he picked his favorite and I told him the hard truth. Neither one of them was prime, but I gotta be honest with you. the one that he picked was dang sure the most tender. So hey, I want to thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about how to tenderize a steak, make sure to check out this video right here.